It is happening. 2 days ago, I sat down and made a video breaking down a pattern on ZBCN that nobody was talking about, a fractal. The exact same setup that played out in April and May of 2025, right before this token went on a monster 3 times run to its all-time high. I told you the Fibonacci was landing perfectly on the 0.382 level. I told you the MACD was crossing bullish. I told you the 15-day pullback was mirroring 2025 almost candle for candle. And then I said these exact words: watch the daily close. If ZBCN closes above 0.00344, the fractal is confirmed and the move is starting. Yesterday, it closed at 0.00346, plus 6.48% on the day. Today, it is already up another 3.62%, and the daily candle is not even closed yet. I do not say this lightly. This is one of the cleanest fractal confirmations I have seen on a chart in a long time. And if you're holding ZBCN or watching it from the sidelines, you need to hear what comes next. Let me quickly recap the original setup for anyone who missed the first video. Back in April and May of 2025, ZBCN went through a very specific sequence. It made a higher high. Then it pulled back for around 15 days. Sentiment went negative. People in the comments were calling it dead. And then it went absolutely parabolic from around 0.002 all the way to an all-time high of 0.0072, a 3 times plus move in just a few weeks. Now fast forward to April and May of 2026. ZBCN makes a higher high again, hitting 0.004. Then for exactly 15 days, it pulls back in an organized retracement. The Fibonacci drawn from the 0.004 top to the 0.0025 swing low, placed the 0.382 level at 0.00344. That was the line, and the market respected it. The people who were watching that level, who had the chart open while everyone else was sleeping, those are the people who are positioned right now. So let us talk about what happened in the last 48 hours, because this is where it gets very interesting. The first confirmation candle came in at plus 6.48%, closing at 0.00346. That is above the 0.382 fib. Green daily candle, strong close, fractal signal 1 confirmed. Then the very next day, today, price opens and immediately continues higher, already up 3.62% with hours left on the candle. Price is sitting at 0.003586 right now. 2 consecutive green daily candles, both closing above the key Fibonacci level, both with meaningful percentage gains. This is not a random bounce. This is accumulation turning into momentum. In 2025, when ZBCN started its parabolic run, this is exactly how it began. 2 or 3 quiet confirmation candles, and then the volume came in and it moved fast, very fast. Now let us talk about the RSI, because this is what is really exciting me right now. RSI is sitting at 60. That number matters more than most people realize. When RSI is below 40, the asset is in bearish territory. When it is above 70, it starts to get overbought and you watch for exhaustion signals. But when RSI is at 60 and climbing, that is the launch zone. That is the sweet spot where there is enough momentum to confirm the move, but not enough heat to trigger a reversal. In 2025, ZBCN started its parabolic run with RSI in almost exactly the same range, It climbed from 55 to 60, then pushed all the way up past 80 before the move exhausted itself. Right now, we are sitting at 60 with room to run to 70 to 75, potentially to 80 plus if this fractal fully plays out. Our SI alone is not a reason to buy anything, but combined with the Fibonacci confirmation, the MACD cross, and 2 consecutive green candles, it is painting a very clear picture. Let me walk you through the levels now. These are the exact prices to have on your screen. The first level to watch is 0.00367. That is the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. Price is at 0.003586 right now, which means we are less than 3% away. If tonight's daily candle closes above 0.00367, that is the second major Fibonacci level reclaimed. At that point, the path to 0.004 becomes very clean. The next level is 0.004. This is the big one. This is the breakout trigger. A strong daily close above 0.004 with volume behind it, and the 2025 fractal is fully confirmed. That is when this setup goes from interesting to loud. That is when the people who were not paying attention start scrambling to get in. If 0.004 breaks convincingly, the target zone opens up to 0.005 as the first major target. That is roughly a 40% move from current price. Beyond that, 0.006 to 0.007 is the all-time high retest territory. That is where ZBCN topped in May 2025 and where this fractal points if it completes fully. Now let me tell you why the 2026 setup is actually stronger than 2025 from a fundamental standpoint, because the chart alone is compelling. But when the fundamentals align with the technical setup, that is when conviction goes to a different level. Zebec joined the NACHA Payments Alliance. For those who do not know, NACHA